The movie starts with a man named Sergei Kravenov, also called Kraven, being taken to a Russian prison. Everyone inside looks at him, guards and prisoners. He is sent to a cell, where he meets his cellmate. The man says he hates having a cellmate. Kraven answers that they already have something in common. Later, while Kraven is working out, two men come and tell him to leave. They say the space is their area. Soon after, Kraven is brought to see a man named Semyon Chorny. Chorny asks if Kraven knows who he is. Kraven says, "Yes, you're the leader of the Kirov gang." Chorny is surprised. He then asks who Kraven is, and Kraven says something that makes Chorny believe he's a legend, or a myth.
Как тебя зовут и кто тебя послал?
Kraven.
Заключенный сбежал! Не дай ему уйти!
So how'd it go?
Good for me. Bad for him.
The story then flashes back to the past. Kraven's father, Nikolai, picks him and his brother Dmitri up from boarding school. In the car, Nikolai tells them their mother was mentally weak. That's why she took her own life. His words make the boys both sad and angry. Nikolai says he wants them to take over his drug trafficking business, but they are not interested. Far away in Tanzania, a young girl named Calypso lives with her grandmother. Her grandmother teaches her how to use tarot cards, which can show past, present, and future. Calypso pulls a card with a lion and a man, meaning something big is coming. The grandmother gives her a special herbal potion passed down through their family and tells her to use it only when the time is right. Kraven's family later travels to North Tanzania to go hunting. They shoot a deer, and Nikolai gives a long talk about survival. That night, while camping, Dmitri tells Kraven that their father treats him coldly. Kraven comforts him. It is revealed that Dmitri is not a full son, he's the illegitimate child of Nikolai. The next day, the family gets ready to leave. On the way, a lion attacks Kraven and Dmitri.
Dmitri? Dmitri! Move!
Kraven is badly injured. As he is close to death, Calypso, who ran away from her family's car out of curiosity, finds him. She gives him the family potion after seeing lion blood mixed with Kraven's own blood. She then calls for help. A plane comes, sent by Nikolai, and Kraven is taken away. Before that, Calypso leaves a tarot card in his hand. At a medical facility, doctors try to save Kraven. They think he's dead, but then he suddenly wakes up. He had a vision of a lion before waking. The doctors are shocked. He heals quickly, faster than normal. But when he wakes, his father shows no love, only anger. Kraven feels disappointed and decides to leave his family behind. One night, he packs his things and sneaks away. Dmitri sees him but doesn't stop him. Kraven starts to notice changes in his body. He becomes stronger and more animal-like. He travels to a port and boards a ship to Russia. When he arrives, he goes to a forest sanctuary that belonged to his late mother. At first, he sees a group of deer running toward him. He expects an attack, but nothing happens. They don't hurt him. Now alone, Kraven lives in the forest. He learns to survive by hunting, watching animals, and living off the land. He becomes close with the animals and understands them more with time. One day, Kraven is chasing a deer when he hears gunshots. He climbs a tree and sees men killing buffaloes. He watches two of them stealing buffalo horns. In the present day, Kraven is older and living in the same forest. A plane lands nearby. It brought messages from his father and his brother. His father wants him to come home. Dmitri wants to meet. Kraven, now known as the Hunter, turns off his phone. He catches fish from the lake and rests at the sanctuary. The next day, he sees another group of hunters taking bull horns. He tells them this is private land and they must leave.
6 of us and only 1 of you.
There's 6 of you now.
Mr. Teglin. This guy, he won't be bothering us anymore. Where's Mr. Teglin?
You're standing in him.
The men in that book, they're the ones you want. They're the ones in charge. I can help you find them.
Found you.
Meanwhile, in London, Calypso has grown up and is now a lawyer. Her friend and mentor has just died. At the funeral, she gives a speech. As she is leaving, she meets Kraven. She does not recognize him at first but notices the tarot card he is holding, the same one she gave him years ago. Kraven tells her he wants to help her get revenge on those who killed her friend. He says he loves hunting bad people. Calypso later hears news that the man who killed her friend was murdered. She now knows Kraven was the one who did it. They meet again and talk about their lives. Kraven explains that the media calls him Hunter, but he prefers to be called Kraven. He says he doesn't live in London but came to see his brother. When Calypso asks about his father, Kraven says he's not like him. He hunts criminals, not for power, but for justice. Calypso tells him she became a lawyer like her parents. She worked in New York for 7 years and now works at a top law firm in London. Kraven gives her a list of criminals and asks her to become his partner. She says she'll think about it. She warns him that if he keeps going after dangerous people, someone close to him might get hurt. In Russia, a man named Alexei Sitsevik is introduced. He is a dangerous mercenary who can turn into a human rhino hybrid by injecting himself with a special serum. He plans to kill Kraven's father, Nikolai, and hires a sniper to help him.
Don't you want to know why they call me the Rhino? When a rhino sees his opportunity, he doesn't hesitate. He charges in and takes it. We have a winner.
They plan an attack at a nightclub where Nikolai is having a business meeting. During this meeting, Kraven's brother, Dmitri, is playing music on stage. Suddenly, the business partner turns violent and tries to kill Nikolai, but Nikolai is faster and kills him first.
The Rhino sends his regards.
Get up. I get attacked. And who do I have to defend me? The piano player? You won't even defend yourself.
After this, Nikolai is angry and yells at Dmitri, saying he was almost killed while Dmitri was just playing the piano. The mercenary becomes furious and demands to know who is protecting him.
Guys are dead.
Later, mercenaries' men find a USB stick at the door. When they watch the video on it, they see proof that Sergei Kravenov, now known as Kraven, is still alive and is hunting down criminals. Alexei sees this too and becomes interested in Kraven. He decides to bring in a special killer named the Forerunner, who uses hypnosis through eye contact to confuse and kill people. He proves how dangerous he is by killing a prison guard using his ability. Meanwhile, Kraven visits his brother Dmitri at his apartment. He climbs the outside wall and enters through the balcony, surprising Dmitri, who is happy to see him. Kraven says it's Dmitri's birthday and wants to take him to dinner. Dmitri admits he feels like a failure and says he hates how their father never respects him. He says he wishes he was stronger like Kraven. But Kraven tells him he doesn't need to be like anyone else and should be proud of who he is. At dinner, their father shows up unexpectedly. He hugs Dmitri but only shakes Kraven's hand. He pretends to apologize and asks Kraven to forgive him, but Kraven stays quiet. Dmitri serves them drinks, a birthday gift from their father. After dinner, Kraven takes Dmitri home. Dmitri, drunk and emotional, tells Kraven he knows he visits every year out of guilt for leaving him alone in the past. He says he has already forgiven him and passes out. Kraven can't sleep, so he walks to a nearby park and rests under the trees. But while he is away, mercenaries break into the apartment and kidnap Dmitri. In the morning, Kraven returns and finds the apartment destroyed.
Hey, wait! Stop, please! Wait! We can figure this out! Game on!
He immediately goes to Calypso's office to tell her what happened. The guards stop him because he is barefoot, but Calypso lets him in. She listens carefully and promises to help him find Dimitri. Next, Kraven visits his father. Nikolai says he already got a ransom call and shows Kraven a box with Dimitri's finger inside to prove the kidnappers are serious. But instead of helping, Nikolai refuses to pay. He says it will make him look weak. Kraven becomes furious. He shouts at Nikolai, asking how he can care more about power than his own son's life. Nikolai blames Kraven for everything and says it's his fault for leaving Dimitri all those years ago. Meanwhile, Dimitri is being held in a dark room. A man named Omer gives him antibiotics because they want him alive for now. Calypso calls Kraven and tells him the kidnapper's name is Omer, and she found his location. Kraven flies to Turkey to rescue his brother. He finds Omer hiding in a mountain monastery, a remote and well-guarded place. Kraven moves quietly and takes out the guards one by one.
Biraz hareket yapmam lazım. Yapacağız. Onu da söyle.
Rhino. He's killed us both now.
While Kraven is on his way, Alexei visits Dimitri. He unties him and shows him a video of Kraven killing people, saying Kraven is now just a killer like all the rest. He tells Dimitri that he used to be weak too but became powerful using science and a special serum. He says he was rejected by everyone until he became Rhino. At the same time, Kraven warns Calypso that someone is coming after her and tells her to leave her office quickly. Calypso sees 5 strange men arriving at the building. She grabs her things, including the healing potion her grandmother gave her as a child, and escapes safely. She travels to Kraven's forest sanctuary in Russia. When she arrives, Kraven is already there waiting for her. She tells him that the attackers killed some of her people, and now she wants revenge. Meanwhile, Alexei and the Forerunner leave the monastery with Dimitri. They want to use him to lure Kraven into a trap. They call Kraven using Dimitri's phone and try to convince him to join them in destroying their father, but Kraven hangs up. Alexei then sends a team of soldiers to find Kraven and kill him. Kraven prepares for battle. He collects his weapons and sets traps in the forest. Soon, a convoy of enemy vehicles is attacked by a group of buffalo trained by Kraven.
The video of me, how did you get it?
He deserves to die.
He will.
I wish I never met
You Kravenovs.
In the confusion, Dimitri escapes into the forest. Kraven attacks the convoy, using a crossbow to take down many enemies. Before one of the enemies dies, he tells Kraven that his father, Nikolai, is the one who gave Alexei the video. He used Kraven to get rid of Alexei without having to fight himself. After learning the truth, Kraven follows his father to a forest in Siberia. He finds him sitting alone, drinking. Nikolai is not surprised to see him. Kraven doesn't say anything at first. Nikolai admits that he sent the video on purpose. He says both of his sons were used, Dimitri to distract, and Kraven to kill Alexei. He doesn't apologize. Kraven stays silent, filled with anger.
Imagine a future together. I could have come for you years ago, but I didn't. You were my father.
I still am.
Never fear death. Isn't that what you taught me?
One year later, Kraven meets Dimitri again for his birthday. They sit together and drink. But Kraven is upset when he learns Dimitri has now become a crime boss, just like their father. Dimitri tells Kraven that he is a hypocrite. He says Kraven killed people too, so he has no right to judge him. They argue and leave separately. Kraven returns to his home, where he finds a box waiting for him. It was left by his father. Inside is the mane and teeth of the lion that once attacked him as a child. The mane has been made into a vest, and the teeth are now a necklace. Kraven puts them on and looks at himself in the mirror. He sits on a large chair, alone. The movie ends with this powerful moment,